Today we're doing goddess pose and adding in a variation for seal and reclined star. To come into the goddess pose, I step wide with my feet, let my toes turn out at approximately a 45-degree angle, and then when I bend my knees and sink down into a wide-legged chair, I need to make sure I keep weight on the outer edge of my feet so that my hips, my knees, and my toes are in the same direction. Goddess pose is a very traditional Aqua yoga pose, which we can adapt into seal pose, which is common in yin yoga, by just taking it with a little bit of movement and a lean. All I need to do is shift my weight to straighten my legs on the inner edges of my feet and straighten my legs leaning forward. Obviously the noodles are supporting me here, so now I have external rotation in my legs. I can hang out in seal pose as long as I like. In yin yoga, they would hold this for a very long time. Here in the pool, we like to keep it a little shorter. So to come back to my goddess pose, I center the weight in my feet again, bend my knees, rock back into goddess pose. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see the same action from the side. Adding in my reclined star, I'm going to take my weight to the outside edge of my feet, straightening myself behind. When I'm comfortable there, I'm going to keep my heels attached to the pool floor, but my toes are going to reach up to the sky. If I'd like to add in a twist, I can rotate. I'm going to go to the right first, so I come on the outer edge of my right foot and inner edge of my left foot. Taking it the other direction. To come back up to goddess, when I shift the weight to the soles of my feet, I bend my knees and let those toes turn out to sink back down into goddess. That whole sequence from the front again. Starting in mountain, stepping wide, letting the toes turn out, weight on the outer edge of the feet as I bend my knees, sink down into my goddess, shift the weight to the inner edge of my feet as I straighten the legs, let the noodles support me. As I come forward into seal, I'm keeping my front ribs drawn back to my spine so my hips are not sagging into the pool floor and straining my lower back. Shifting the weight back to the soles of my feet, bending my knees, coming back into my goddess. Shifting the weight to the outer edges of my feet, leaving my heels attached to the pool floor as I straighten my legs behind me. Internally rotate the thighs so the toes go up towards the sky. Pivot to the right. I'm not mirroring you, I'm just repeating the same pattern you saw from the side. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, taking it the other direction. So right now my toes are pointing towards the sky. When I come back to my goddess, I let those thighs externally rotate again, meaning my toes point out as I bend the knees, weight the full sole of my foot with that extra weight on the outer edge of my feet as I bring the noodles back to center in goddess pose. Standing back up, stepping heel toe back into mountain.